boys and girls. It is the one, the only Roberto Negro. Did you miss me? That's all I want to hear. I want to hear that you missed me. I want to hear that you love me. I want to be every single one of your Valentine. Do you guys realize, listen, that I'm going to explain to you exactly what my meal yesterday cost. And you have to take the total experience. All right, let me give you the total experience. So, for whatever reason, Lazarada, could be more, and I'm going to break this down to you. Hold on. So, for whatever reason, and I don't know why, okay, but our goddamn show, Pleasures of the Flesh, is a few days after Valentine's Day. Now, normally, me and Martini have Valentine's Day every day. All right? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But with the kids and no babysitter, it's far and few between. So when a excuse for a day comes about that we can get a babysitter and alter people's plans, because that's what has to happen, because we don't have a real babysitter. Like, we don't have a nanny or a fucking, a 19-year-old girl neighbor who needs extra money because she lives such a white privileged life. She lives such a white privileged life that while she's in college, her parents are like, we don't want you to get a job. We don't want you to get a real job, that is. Because we want you to study. Because you're so goddamn smart. You're gonna one day be a world famous lawyer. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Yeah. I got a couple friends who got a couple fucking daughters and a couple sons at that matter, and they're gonna be fucking retards, okay? They're gonna be, that's it. They're gonna be retards. I mean, they're already retards, but the profession, those kids that get the degree and then they wind up not using it because they're jockeying a register in a club or something. It's like, well, Lacey's got his degree. But anyways, I digress. So, I have sometimes I have to jumble the schedule because the parents aren't in town. I use Alex. Now, you guys don't know Alex. Some of you know Alex. Some of you don't know Alex. Some of you that are really, really deep into the XPW experience know who Alex is. I describe her as the girl with tattoos and shit all over her face. But she's been with me for Jesus Christ, I think going on 4 years. She's been me with the highs and lows. She's got a kid. Her kid's alive. So I know she at least can keep a fucking kid alive. She has a license. She drives. She's a step further than MAGA Danny. So, to have her watch the kids, then I gotta switch her work schedule around. Gotta have Byron work the night shift. I mean, it's a whole fucking thing. But anyways. So I get that planned. I then schedule dinner for 8:15. Okay? Now, this is going to sound bizarre. All right? And I told Martini last night the best way I could describe it is when you watch, and I think actually Schlack posted something just random about eating chicken at, I don't know, like a truck stop or some, I don't know, some random weird type of place, whatever. And this was before I went to dinner. I just remember seeing his little post going, jumping ahead, a day or so, going, oh, yeah, that's kind of funny. Kind of the same thing. Not as trashy, because I'm sure some of you will go, what are you talking about? Casinos have nice restaurants. Hold on. Relax. It's like going to the fucking buffet at the Showboat, or something like that, for heaven's sakes. Sitting next to a bunch of bleeding wrestlers. The restaurant, there's this Italian / steakhouse at Del Lago, which is an Indian casino in Waterloo. Okay? And they have one fancy restaurant, and then they have a fucking food court. And the fancy restaurant closes at fucking 9 o'clock. And on a special occasion, it closes at 10. I don't understand. It's a casino. Shit should be open much later, but the casino itself closes at like midnight on a weekday and then stays open 24 hours on Friday or Saturday. Now, I just discovered casinos that are not in Vegas because I lived in Los Angeles for 24, 25 years. We would drive 4.5 hours to Vegas. Up and back sometimes. Kind of like what we do with Newark or what we do with New York City. Come on, let's go to Vegas. I went to, I've gone to so many Super Bowl watch, where we just would go to the fucking Mirage or Treasure Island or Caesars. And this is back when I used to drink and pre-kids. I'd just go and get fucked up and just gamble thousands of dollars on the fucking Super Bowl. Some of the best times, swear to God, man, some of the best times I had was me and Martini going to Vegas for Super Bowl. Some of the best times. Because she's we've had our ups and downs, legit, but 10, almost 11 fucking years, man. And I've had some amazing experiences where you just go, that was so much fun. And stupid shit. In Vegas, going and gambling on football and getting just drunk off our asses and being with other people that bet the exact same way and losing our collective shit in fucking Caesar's Palace or, any of those other casinos where it's like, hey, bro, we need a touchdown. How much you got on this? I got fucking $2,000 on this. All right, man, I got $1,000. And it's like 8 of us. And collectively, we're all into like 25,000. And it's like, oh, he just fumbled. Oh my God. And just being with all of these people on the highs and lows of losing thousands or winning thousands. Some of the best experiences. Well, coming back to upstate, there's no Vegas. There's nothing like that. Well, we find out that Del Lago has a sports book because New York State legalizes it. And they have craps and half-ass slot machines. Forget that, but craps and blackjack and shit like that. So we went there, I don't know, a year ago. And we went to this restaurant. And we were like, holy fuck. This has got to be the greatest steak we've ever had. Now, that's a bold statement. I'm not super white trash where I have like an Outback steak, where I'm getting, steak on the fucking shrimp on the barbie, a Melbourne. And I'm going, this is the greatest steak in the world. No, I'm not that trashy. I've been to some of the fucking best goddamn steakhouses, some of the best chain steakhouses from Ruth Chris, to fucking Morton's, all the way to Gangsters, fucking Sparks in New York City. I mean, I've been there. I'm not a fucking trash monster. And I gotta tell you, this fucking restaurant, every goddamn dish is amazing. And it's in a goddamn shitty Indian casino. Go figure. Just a and when I say shit, it's a fucking Indian casino, for Christ's sakes. We're not talking about Caesar's Palace. There's some nice restaurants in Vegas that are inside hotels. This is a shitty fucking Indian casino in Waterloo. All right? Trash. Fucking trash. And this fucking restaurant is amazing. Absolutely fucking amazing. So any chance we get, we go out there just to eat. We don't even fucking gamble. We don't even fucking gamble. We'll go there to eat. So, she's like, you want to go to the Indian casino? I was like, fuck yeah. I was like, fuck yeah. Schlack goes, Cleaver in Vegas. But, like I said, Vegas legit has good restaurants. Like, you don't think, I'm going to eat at Caesar's Palace. Oh, you're going to eat a fucking, inside a casino. Caesar's Palace, or it's Cosmopolitan, we're not talking Circus for Christ's sakes. But it's a goddamn Indian casino. It's like just straight trash. I mean, you want to see, you go to an Indian casino, you go to Del Lago, or Turning Stone, and look at the animals that are in this fucking place. You want to look at these hideous monsters. Hideous monsters. You go to Vegas, you go to the Wynn, or you go to a place like that. For the most part, not everybody, but for the most part, people are wearing suits. The women are dressed nice. You can't tell who's a hooker or who's just a nice, chick with their husband or boyfriend. You don't know. You don't see just people that rolled up out of bed. I'm not saying you don't, but at the nicer hotels, I'm not talking about the downtown Fremont, but the nicer hotels, you have a little higher standard of people. People aren't rolling in there in jorts and tank tops and flip-flops, scratching their assholes, okay? So, it's a shitty fucking Indian fucking casino. And the fucking steak is phenomenal. This restaurant inside this fucking casino is phenomenal. So we make the reservations, and now, because the kids are being cunts, and when I talk about the kids being cunts, and I'm not talking about a sweet cunt, like a hairless, not big beef curtain cunt, like inverted lips, so it's almost like a Barbie, almost like there's no vagina. It's a vagina, and then there's a slit. It's perfect. I'm not talking about that cunt. I'm talking about a beef curtained, hairy, smell of the bay cunt. That's how my fucking kids are acting. Okay? And you might go, oh, Rob, your kids love you. They miss you. No. They're cunts. So the minute I walk in the door, Major's crying hysterically. Major, what's wrong? I want to go with you. I go, you can't go. We're going to a wedding. We always say we're going to a wedding. When we go out for like a date night, we go to the wedding. Okay? Hi. And I go, Major, you get fucking crying. Hysterically crying. So now I gotta sit on the couch. Martini's upstairs getting ready. And I gotta rub his head. He likes when I massage his fucking ear. Rub my ear. Rub his back. So now he's calmed down. Major, I gotta get... So now Martini comes down. I go, will you handle this so I could go get ready or we're never going to get out of here? No, please. Now I go upstairs. I get ready. Get out. We finally get out of the house. We get in the car. Soon as we leave, Alex texts us and goes, yeah, Major, stop crying. He's watching TV now. I was like, of course, he's a cunt. Get in the car, and there's 8 miles left. I go, what? She goes, you gotta get gas. I go, are you fucking kidding me? I go, we're running late, and we gotta get gas. If you would have told, she was like, what? If I would have told you what? We still would have been late. Major, what? Oh, we need gas? What? Oh my, yeah, you're right. I go, you know what? Let's stop. That's it. I go, let's fucking stop. I go, because we're going to start fighting and we're going to ruin tonight. Stop, okay? Stop. Are we stopped? Yes. I go, all right. Let's go. Get to the gas station. Fill the fucking gas up. I'm running in there. I'm giving the guy $20. I'm running out. So now we're off, and we're driving, and we're rolling. She goes, do you think we'll get there in 45 minutes? will they save our table? And I'm like, we're good. Don't worry about it. We're going to make it. I go, we'll be there. We'll hit Waterloo. We're going to be there. We're good. We're fucking driving. We're flying. We are rolling. Doing about 80, 82, sometimes hitting 85, sometimes 81. We're talking about wrestling. We're talking about, things that we want to do, things that we got to do, merchandise. We got new bandanas. We're talking about we got to get a wrestler that wears the bandana in the ring on his face, Yeah, you know where I'm going with it. We got to do some of these fun things. Put the bandanas in the body's back pocket for, the blues a blowjob, the give a blowjob, yellow's golden showers, things like that. Now, I see the sign that says 6 miles away, exit for Waterloo. I'm like, we're good. We're going to make it. And just as I'm fucking saying that, out of the left corner of my eye, in the medium, the fucking splices on the throughway, I see a car. So we go by a car parked. Well, what do you think that is? You know. So in my head, I'm like, did he have the fucking radar on? Did he have the goddamn fucking radar? Because I know that was a fucking cop. So now there's a Mack truck. I'm coming up on a Mack truck. So I get over to the left to pass the Mack truck. And as I'm going, I see a car coming up behind me. And I'm like, okay, no lights, all right. So I'm like, let me get past this truck, put the, blinker on, let this guy pass, get past the truck, put the blinker on, and then this fucking guy gets behind me, and I just go, fucking cop, man. She goes, how do you know? Fucking light's gone. I said, cocksucker, motherfucker, you cocksucker. She's like, when did they? I go, I didn't want to say nothing, but like 2 miles back, I go, we passed this cocksucker sitting in the fucking medium. She's like, oh, she goes, and my back tail light's out. I go, what the fuck you mean your back tail light's out? She said, I fucking told you about that. I said, I go, he's not pulling us over for the back tail light. I go, he's pulling us over because, I don't know, maybe I was doing 80, maybe, I don't know. Pull over, and you know what I do? Okay, guys? You know what I do? I'm gonna cue you in on this. You ready? Put the car in park. I put my dome light on. I roll down my window. I get my license and my registration. I have one in each hand, and I put my hands on my wrists on top of the wheel. Catherine rolls down her window. I do everything that you're supposed to do, regardless if you're black, regardless if you're white, regardless if you're green, regardless if you're brown, regardless if you're purple. Because before all of the cops are racist, cops are murderers, they're scumbags, fucking white privilege, racist, everybody, military race, before all of those talking points, when I took criminal justice, when I was in 10th grade, so we're going back like 8? No, 89, 90. I graduated in 92. So it was like 89. The retired cop that taught the criminal justice class told us, when you get pulled over, dome light. Roll down your window. Have your fucking license out. Put the police officer at ease. And that was in the late 80s. And the white retired cop told that to a bunch of suburban white kids. Imagine back in the late 80s when shit, you think you fucking see shit now? Pre-body cam, pre-everybody with a cell phone, pre-all that shit. You acted stupid, you were getting fucking tuned up. Didn't matter if you were fucking white, didn't matter if you were black, didn't matter what you were. So here's a white retired cop telling a bunch of white suburban kids, hey, don't act stupid. Turn your fucking dome light on. Have your license and registration ready. Act respectful. Not only will the experience move along, but you might be able to get out of a fucking ticket. Our teacher didn't tell us, hey, 1, 2, 3. Oh, you're all white. Doesn't matter what you do. Don't worry about it. Keep your window up. When the cop comes over, just look over and say, what the fuck you want, pig? So, yeah. That was 88. So I got the fucking windows down. He comes up on Catherine's side. I go, how you doing, officer? I go, here's my license and registration. He goes, thank you. He goes, you know how fast you were going? I go, I don't know. He goes, you were doing 86. And I'm like, really? He goes, where are you going? I go, going to Del Lago. We got reservations at like 8:15, and I'm pretty sure we're going to be late now. And Catherine's like, my taillight's out. And he goes, yeah, I know. I go, my insurance is on my phone. He goes, don't worry about that. He goes, give me a minute. Goes back to the fucking car. I was like, motherfucker. She goes, do you think he's going to give us a ticket? I said, he's definitely going to give us a fucking ticket. Like, he's a trooper. That's what they do. They give tickets. It's not like we're in the city or we're in a, small... He's giving us a fucking ticket. I go, now, how many tickets? I don't know. Is he going to give us a ticket for the fucking light? I don't know. So he comes back. I go, and I see him. And as he comes, I go, and I see him what's in his head. I go, you're going to give me a ticket. Catherine's like, will you stop? And he goes, I'm going to give you a ticket for doing 80, because I'm not going to give you the ticket for the taillight. This is where you do the thing. This is where you go, and that's that. Have a good night. And I was like, all right, officer, thank you. Roll up the window. Motherfucker. I was like, we're almost there. It's like, so close. I go, yeah, so close. Put that shit in drive. I fucking sped away. Did I? Fucking sped away. I was like, we got like fucking, we're going to be late. I go, and if this place is packed, they're going to give our goddamn table away. Okay? I go, they're going to give our fucking table away. Motherfucker. It was like, not good. Not fucking good. Ugh. And that was that. We got to the fucking restaurant. They were not really busy. I showed the lady our ticket. She's like, you got a ticket? I was like, yeah. She's like, oh, well, we gave your table away. I was like, what? She's like, I'm joking. I wanted to punch this old lady right in her face. So, had a nice dinner. You guys saw the video I posted of Martini making her titties bounce around. Those are special. Those are nice. Those are fucking wonderful titties. Had a great steak and lobster. It's phenomenal. Phenomenal. Even the fucking wedge salad, bro, is phenomenal. The fucking wedge salad is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. And then we chatted a little bit more about wrestling. And got back in the car, drove at a decent speed, came back to the house. The kids were asleep. Alex left. And I dropped a load. That's what I did. I came. I fucked. Okay? I fucked. I fucked hard. And I came hard. I fucked hard. I came hard. I felt like I blew my asshole out. That's how hard I fucking came. I literally fucking prolapsed. Okay? That's how fucking hard I came. I prolapsed. After I came, I had to lay on the bed and then shove my asshole back inside. That's how hard I came. Okay? That's how hard I came. I prolapsed myself. I rosebuded myself. Okay? That's how hard I came. All right? And that's, okay, with a belly full of lobster and steak. And normally, I don't like to engage in any type of fornication when I've got a lot of food in me. I don't know why. Call it being a 49-year-old man. But I don't. Okay? I don't. But I felt good last night. Full of energy. The food started to digest. And I was ready. I was rocking and rolling. I was ready to go. Okay? I was ready to go. And so I did it. I laid pipe. And then prolapsed my own ass. Shoved it back in. And that was last night. So, let's take a break. At about 1 a.m, I shit. It wasn't a big shit. It was a good shit. And then this morning I woke up. Okay? And I shit. And then I actually shit at the store. I had to be back in 5 minutes on the store door because I had to shit. So I've been shitting lobster and meat ever since my prolapse experience. Since I was rosebudding. Ugh. It is. I did. It's rough. I scream. I'm like, oh, oh. It's like, oh. It's like crippling. It's a cripple. It's like a crippling. It's crippling cum. It's borderline. I would almost say it's borderline enjoyable or not enjoyable. That's how hard the cumming is. And the cum, the semen, the seminal fluid, as it's coming up, okay? The seminal fluid, as it's coming up through my urethra, feels like it has knives. Like it has knives on the semen. So as it's coming through the fucking piss hole, it's like Rah! It's like Rah! It's like, what the fuck? So it's like I say, man, it's that coming so hard that it hurts. So, yes, angry jizz, as Martini would say. It's fucking mad. It's angry. It's so angry. It's angry. All right. We'll be right back. I want to talk about Schlack's buddy, Glenn Danzig. I want to talk about Glenn and Stan Lane. Then I want to talk about Pleasure of the Flesh. And yeah, that's it. All right, we'll be right back. All right, we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Roberto Negro here. Roberto Negro, ciao. All right, so when I was at dinner, well, maybe it wasn't dinner. Maybe it was on the way to dinner, I saw the great ultra-violent underground went out of business before they were even able to run their first show. Now, I have a lot of mixed feelings about this. A lot of mixed feelings. And I only say I have a lot of mixed feelings on this because I have so many pleasureful feelings. You know, okay. For the people, here's the thing. And I love Servino. And I think maybe we'll talk to him. We'll call him on the air tomorrow. I hit him up because I seen Servino at, the Kings Road Servino. And he did the whole post on, hey, you shouldn't be happy about this, everybody. Shouldn't be making jokes, everybody. And it's like, listen, dude. Oh, there's people that aren't going to be working. Listen, stop. You act like Glenn Danzig and this phantom. Well, think about this. Glenn Danzig had nothing to do with the company other than putting himself out there as the face and using Schlack to try to get the company over for a match that was to happen a fucking year from now. And let me smarten some of you guys up. This will be news. We actually approached Glenn Danzig about doing something before the UVUEW thing. Chad reached out to him. And so did Schlack. And both times, the olive branch was rejected. Both times. And when I say olive branch, remember, Glenn and the people that are part of that crew made it personal. I never made it personal. And I'm not going to keep going down that path, but I never made it personal. It was always business. So when we reached out to him, that's business. I don't give a fuck about what happened in the past. Schlack approached me first about it. He hit him up. And the tone was kind of salty. The tone was kind of salty. So, thinking that this was going to be some grand deathmatch company that was going to be employing all of these workers and paying them all kinds of big money. A fucking pipe dream, bro. Absolute fucking pipe dream. Just another company using the exact same handful of guys, giving them garbage money. And let's face it, you're not talking about people that are unfamiliar to the scene. So, again, we do shows on the East Coast. We do shows in Jersey. And between the deals that I work with people like Schlack and talent that don't wrestle there, the experience of an XPW show is a fresh experience. It's a fresh, and when I say fresh, not just, we've never seen the Bev against so-and-so, but it's legitimately people that you don't fucking see. Before I started using the Butcher, when the fuck did you see MAGA Butcher or Necro Butcher? How many years has it been since people have seen the Butcher? So, the Jersey fans got him at White Eagle Hall against Schlack 4 years ago. I don't even know how many years ago it was. When Butcher looked like he had AIDS. And for that, White Eagle Hall was packed to the fucking rafters. "4 years ago," Schlack said. 4 years ago. Schlack sent me a picture. There was more people in that arena at the White Eagle Hall than for the J Cup this past weekend. That's a fact. Watch the video back. Motherfuckers are hanging from the rafters to watch Schlack against the Butcher. So for anybody to look at Ultraviolet Underground and go, this is good for the deathmatch community. How? To see Eric Ryan in the umpteenth fucking deathmatch? And let's not forget, all of these big, bad, tough guys have been getting jobbed out to a bunch of 100-pound women for the last fucking year. So if you're talking about credibility of being a tough guy and being a deathmatch champion, it's been thrown out the window because they've been getting jobbed out. They've been being protected. None of those guys. Remember how hot it was? Only a year and a half ago when that whole 440 crowd was hot. They were fucking red hot. It's a fucking year ago. That group was hot. Think about where they are now. Ricky's off on his own. Atticus is at Circle 6. And Eric Ryan and the Bev just fucking work for Daniel Prude and just job the fuck out. They don't protect these fucking guys. So, what are you going to have? Another deathmatch company. Have these guys look like shit. And then get, what, $50, $60? And that is, quote unquote, at least the boys are working. Working? I'm pretty sure. Listen, I'm pretty sure. Well, you know what? I can't be pretty sure. Because a couple of these motherfuckers are stupid. And I'm telling you they are. I've talked to some of them. There's been a couple guys I've had deals with, or I've tried to make deals with. And it's like, what? Are you fucking stupid? Point being, you would think some of these guys would go, so you are going to pay me for one show what I would make for, say, 3 or 4 shows. And in return, you don't want me to do any of these other shows. Yeah. I don't know. Oh, okay. Why? Well, I don't know. Okay, you're a fucking retard. More of anything isn't good. Especially guys clobbering themselves with light tubes and going through plate glass windows. The more of that is not good. There's nothing special about it. How many fucking times do we have to say this? And you know what's funny? If you read some of the comments in the deathmatch boards, all of a sudden, people are starting to prescribe to that. The Mins kind of started the ball rolling with Jersey in the deathmatch scene as a total. Doesn't need more promotions. Doesn't need more half-ass promoters going, hey, we're going to do deathmatches. Yeah. So then every untrained or half-trained or whatever the fuck they are, asshole, has a place to mutilate himself and keep driving something that used to be special, that used to be a novelty, into the fucking proverbial dirt. Hey, for Christ's sakes, Tremont runs a deathmatch show, what, twice a fucking week? Think about this, okay? He has to pay the gas and electric or the rent. He has to do something. And obviously, he doesn't have enough money to fucking pay for dog food. So in turn, what he does is gives an outlet to every jack-off that wants to run a fucking death match. As long as they're going to give him $500, $600, and that can go towards rent or paying for fucking dog food or everything else that money goes to, you can now run a death match. Run a whole fucking show. And every drool wrestler that looks like some fucking just a drool off the fucking street, who's willing to take a gusset plate to the head or a gusset plate to his fucking arm, and as long as somebody's there to flip the bill, You could run a show there. And as long as there's these fucking drools that are willing to work for $50, $40, no money, $5, promises of doing whatever. How does that help anything? Keep the fucking mud show trash to the fucking IWA drool trash party over there. God bless. God bless. But for fuck's sakes, man. Guys, bands, how many fucking times can you see, I don't know, Hoodfoot or Eric Ryan or whatever, somebody in a match mutilating themselves, and then 4 days later the same? How many fucking times can you see Tremont just sit there on his knees, and then somebody's in front of him on their knees, and they just hit each other with a fucking light tube? That's it! That's the fucking match! How many fucking times? How is that good for anything in the fucking deathmatch scene? What are you talking about, Rob? That's so awesome. How is there any skill to that? That's what's even funnier. Nobody who will argue for this can actually tell you the skill. Because, listen, at the end of the day, I'm not a Flippy fan. I'm not a Flippy fan at all. But there is some skill of being a Flippy wrestler. There is some skill of being a Jordan Oliver or a speedball Mike Bailey or the lucha guy, the Viking guy that I watch bounce from one top rope to the other top rope, then do a cartwheel on that top rope, and then catapult himself into a hurricanrana onto the guy that's been waiting there for 5 seconds to catch him to then go into the spot. There's fucking skill. There's skill. There's skill to do acrobatic, flippy, gymnastic-y shit. I'm not saying there's not. There's skill there. And you could have a debate with somebody and go, that's an art form. There's skill there. They're trained professionals. All that crap. Or just regular wrestling. No flippy fucking, let's do a cartwheel on the top rope so you could, wait there to hold me, to flip, blah, 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 blah. Just like a good, and I'm not even necessarily saying stiff, but a good 90s, early 2000 12-minute wrestling match or a 20-minute Triple H against The Rock, punches and kicks and, psychology on the outside and brawl, little boom, 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 and the comeback. But where's the fucking skill in, all right, you ready? You're going to kneel in front of me, I'll kneel in front of you, and we just grab light tubes and hit each other in the head. Here we go. Smash, 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 smash. Where's the fucking skill in that? Where's there anything in that except two drools with absolutely no fucking skill smashing each other in the head? Where's their skill? Where's there any realism? Where's there anything other than two guys smashing shit over each other's head? And you do it on a Monday, and then you do it on a Wednesday, and then you do it on a Saturday. How is there anything special? I watched a clip of Randy West shooting Mickey Knuckles with a gun. With like a Nerf gun with darts. With darts, they, put whatever, darts on the end. And if you watch the clip, she's shooting Mickey Knuckles like in her chest. And they're in a room of maybe 20 people, 30 people. And the people that are there have no reaction. There's people in the front row, and they're just sitting there. Like, there's no wincing. There's no nothing. They're just watching a woman shoot another woman in her tits with a Nerf dart gun. MAGA Tyler says needles. And there's no reaction. So what the fuck are we doing? If you can't even get a reaction from a fan base because you're shooting somebody, a girl, in her tits with fucking needles, isn't what you're doing pretty much fucking done, bro? Seriously. Don't you think maybe the deathmatch scene needs a fucking reboot? Seriously, don't you think there might need to be a fucking reboot in the death match scene? If the fan base that we have is so fucking jaded by women shooting each other in the tits with needles, it's fucking wild, man. And again, I'll equate this to porn. The porn industry got destroyed by the internet, by the systematic destruction of VHS and DVD, and most importantly, any, literally and figuratively, asshole could get into the business so in turn you basically flooded the market with nothing but garbage. And then you devalue any of the people that are good because what you're doing is appealing to the lowest, absolute lowest rung on the ladder, and they don't give a fuck about a skill level. All they care about is bleeding or almost dying or whatever it is. So you then push out the people that try to make it special. And just like the porn industry killed itself, we are now into a period where deathmatch wrestling is destroying itself. Destroying itself. And the question becomes, will there be a autopsy? What went wrong? How did it happen? How do we fix it? Or not? I don't know. I don't know. But I told you guys before, when our good friend Daniel said to me in a text, I've been nothing but trouble since I came back in the business. And I brought up to you guys that trouble is the fact that I've shined a flashlight on all the cockroaches and they've all scurried. And I've tried to smarten up as many people as I could. And that is causing trouble. That is what is considered causing trouble. That is what makes people upset. Because when you say to a worker, hey man, I'm going to give you X, Y, and Z. But you're only going to do one show a month in this area. Don't worry. You're not going to lose out. Because if you're talking about the money, you're not going to lose out. Because you're basically, on this one show, going to get paid what you do for these 3 shows. Now, if you're talking about exposure, how much exposure do you really think you're getting by doing an H2O trash show on a Wednesday fucking night, bro? And even if you have a little bit of name recognition, You're going against some fucking drool that nobody gives a fuck about. Where the fuck think you're going? Who the fuck you think is spotting you in this drool match going, oh, I need that person. I need that person to feature on my fucking card. Matter of fact, that drool match you just had, that just earned you a guaranteed paycheck where you're being flown from the West Coast to the East Coast every single month, my friend. Hell, that just earned you a flight to sign autographs. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Never, ever gonna fucking happen. Never, ever gonna fucking happen. And the sooner the deathmatch community learns a very important phrase. Okay? Less is more. I didn't invent it. And it's not anything novel. Matter of fact, it's as old school as you possibly can get. And you could apply that to every aspect of everything that you do in your life. And I don't give a fuck how much you love something. Whether it's a pizza, or whether it's a chicken wing, or whether it's alcohol, or whatever. Ultimately, the less you do of it makes every time you do it still special. I know that's a novel thing, but that's reality. That's reality. So, those mixed feelings are legit. Don't forget, if you haven't ordered Pleasure of the Flesh, order it. Get it. Buy it. And brand new XPW episode is up on stream. XPW.com. Go there right fucking now. Bring your laptop, get your computer, and get Pleasures of the All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Be good, be strong. And tomorrow will be the last show before we head out to LA.